Hey everybody, I hope you all are having a good day. I know I am, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay Padilla, and in today's video, I'm going to try my best to answer the question that everyone who has thought about a career in art, comics, and manga has asked themselves. When is it the right time to start writing or drawing my comic series, manga, start an anime TV show, or even write your first book? Whatever it may be for you, I'm going to do my best to answer that question based off my own research and experiences. In the background of this video, I'm going to be working on some character explorations of my own original character, Leonora, from my comic series Reapers, which will have its own dedicated video for you guys in the future. But for now, let's jump right into the video and answer, when is it the right time to start? What usually holds people back from venturing out into what they are passionate about is fear. Fear of not measuring up, fear of ridicule, fear of failure, and failing publicly at that. But you need to understand and accept that no matter what you choose to do, and if you are a supremely talented artist or storyteller, if you have never done something like a comic book or an animated show or novel, then there will be areas where you will fall short and you will fail. And once you accept that fact, it'll be so much easier for you to start. Now, when I say start right now, what I mean is if you want to write your own comic series that you're really passionate about, then start writing right now. And it doesn't even need to be writing on your series. Write short stories, one-shots, mini comics, anything relating to writing to get that experience and to see the areas you need to work on and study more about, like story structure, character arts, writing the theme, etc. The same thing applies for drawing your comics and manga. Start drawing now. Go get a how to draw book, study the art fundamentals, watch YouTube videos, and gain as much knowledge as you can to prepare yourself to take on this massive undertaking you set out to do. Starting now is also a good way to build up your confidence when it comes to your skill level. When you first set out to do something you've never done before, there's a little bit of anxiety that comes along with that. But if you do small steps daily and continue to build and put yourself out there and gain feedback and fix mistakes slowly over time, you'll be able to take on bigger and bigger challenges, and you've already developed a thick skin to critique and criticism, to know what is constructive and what is not, and how to use that feedback to keep improving, which is a skill you will always need to succeed in any career field. Now, from my personal experience, I had a lot of different project ideas that I would jump back and forth from, but in doing so, I never actually finished any of them, which is just a roundabout way of procrastinating actually starting and putting myself out there. So what I did is to make a self-imposed challenge in August of 2021 to write, draw, and publish a one-shot manga in 1 month. By the end, I was able to deliver a finished product. Now, it may not have been the original vision I had for it, but by doing that challenge, it showed me all the areas that I need improvement on, like how to manage my time more effectively, what areas in my art am I lacking in, how to even lay out panels and structure the flow of the page. And I would never have figured these things out so soon if I chose to wait and not start now. The one shot, for those of you who are interested, was actually the very first iteration of my now comic series Reapers. And if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it down below. It's a quick read, but it goes to show that even something you don't think is an idea that people will really enjoy, or it's just a throwaway idea, can actually turn into something really engaging and meaningful to yourself and to your audience. Now, if you already started doing all this, you already have a couple of stories under your belt, your art skills at a place that you feel confident in, but you're still not sure if you should go for it yet, I'm going to give you a few questions you can ask yourself, and by the end, you should be able to determine whether or not you're ready. If you're not sure you're really ready to start making your first comic or manga, what I advise for you to do is just do a little self-inspection. Look at all the areas you believe you fall short, and once you do that, then think of ways to fix those issues. Be proactive in the pursuit of your career. If you feel like your art skills aren't on the level of the pros, then test yourself. What I did is I took some panels from other manga and comics ranging from action scenes, dialogue scenes, and environment-heavy shots, and copied them to a separate piece of paper and in my own art style, see how I measured up against professional artists who have made it in the industry. If you aren't so great with finding the time to make your comics or manga, maybe you work 2 jobs, or maybe you do have free time, but you find it difficult to focus on your work without distractions or getting bored or even burnt out, then you need to try different schedules and routines and choose the one that works best for you. Don't say you're going to work 7 hours a day on your comic if you never even worked an hour on it before. That kind of discipline takes time to build. You can't rely solely on motivation to keep you going because trust me, motivation comes and goes very quickly. You will need to build up your mental endurance if you want to stay on task and finish your comic. Now, with all that being said, there are exceptions to this. Take One, for instance, the author of One Punch Man. When One started the One Punch Man webcomic, his artistic skills were nowhere near the level of a pro manga artist, and yet he has a widely popular manga with an anime adaptation and is working with one of the greatest manga artists in the world right now. Now, just because it happened for him doesn't mean it will happen for everybody. And just because One released One Punch Man at the skill level he did, doesn't mean you should only give it your half effort when it comes to the art of your series because you can get away with it. That's just laziness and people will be able to notice. So if you feel like you want to release your comic even though your skills and art are all there, then go for it. It's your series. You can always come back to it later down the line and do a complete remaster if you want. It's all up to you. The answer to this question will be able to help you answer the majority of the remaining questions when it comes to starting your first comic or manga. If making comics and manga is just a hobby for you, then when you do it throughout your day, when you start making pages and writing the stories, will all depend on what you feel like doing in your free time. And it's something that you aren't compelled to do because it's just something you like to do to enjoy your free time. Now, on the other end, if you want this to be a career that you want to be able to sufficiently take care of all your needs and live off this, then it would take an entirely different approach to creating comics, which leads into the next question you need to ask yourself, which is very important. How dedicated are you to your craft? How badly do you want to see your ideas become a reality? The answers to this question will determine how long you spend on honing your skills, how much time you are willing to put into focusing on creating the best version of your story that you can, and this question will also determine how much you are willing to sacrifice in order to make this dream a reality. Now, I know that may not sound too exciting, but it's the truth. A job in comics is not easy. It takes hours upon hours of work to deliver a quality level product, and sometimes you don't always get the reward you are hoping for. And that's why you need to know for yourself how serious you are about this. If you are truly dedicated and ready to jump into this arena, then you need to be willing and able to make the necessary sacrifices like playing less video games, not binging Netflix, or even sometimes saying no to hangouts with friends. If you aren't ready to make those kinds of decisions, then the hard truth is you may not be ready to make comics and manga, at least not right now. Knowing what your end game is can help you focus on what is important right now. You don't have to have a definite end goal right now, but it is good to have some direction. For instance, if your end goal is to be able to create and sell comics and nothing else, then your main focus should be on honing your artistic skills and your storytelling skills. If you want to move beyond comics and venture out into something like animation, then your focus would be not just on developing your comic drawing skills, but also learning the principles of animation and the process in which animation is created, which could also help you with your comic art development. And now you are more diversified, and now you can use your skills interchangeably between comics and animation. Knowing what your end goal is can save you a lot of time and frustration because you know where you want to go and you just need to lay out the roadmap to get there. After you've asked all the questions you need to ask yourself, you know your art skills at a level you're happy with, and you're ready to start writing your big comic series and get right into development. Now it's time for a self-interview. What that means is you need to ask yourself all the questions people would ask you about your series and condense the information down into different concise blurbs that can simply explain the basic premise of your story. Let me give you a few examples. Take Jujutsu Kaisen. If I were to give someone a quick basic description of the show, I would say imagine if Bleach meets Hunter x Hunter. And from that, if they have seen those shows, they should have a pretty good basis on what Jujutsu Kaisen is about. But say they want a little more information, well then you would go to give them a one sentence blurb, something like, Jujutsu Kaisen follows the story of Yuji Itadori, who joins a group of sorcerers to stop a powerful curse named Ryuma Sukuna. Now if they are really interested, you can go on and give them a full paragraph summary, or even a 3-paragraph summary, whatever you feel comfortable explaining. That way, if anyone ever comes up to you and asks what your series is about, you will have an answer ready and you won't even need to think about it. and it'll be easier for people to get invested if they see that you know what you're doing. Finally, after you've done all that you need, you've laid down the groundwork, you feel confident in your artistic and storytelling abilities, and you set out to create your own comic, the one thing I never want you to forget is even though you're at the point where you can share your story with others and feel secure in yourself being an artist and a storyteller, you will never truly stop learning. You can never truly master everything when it comes to art. You can only just strive to be better than you were yesterday, and that is why you never stop learning. Never stop trying to challenge yourself, to step outside your comfort zone and do something new and different. Keep testing your limits, and eventually you'll be able to do what you love and live off what you love and not have to worry about doing anything else but art and telling stories that you can enjoy and others can too. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. And if you have any questions for me, then let me know down in the comments. Or even if you have some advice you would like to give, then do leave it down below as well. If you like my videos and you want to see more content from me, then do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to stay notified when I upload any and everything. And stay tuned for more information on my comic series Reapers, and I will see you all next time.